None of the tests I've done, bro.
Just said it. Nah. You literally just said it.
Cut the cap.
That's why I live all the way downstairs, because you go crazy.
Nah, Duke, you live in South Carolina.
Yes, I do.
I don't know anything about South Carolina except that I went there to get my money from TD Bank because they were holding me hostage. So that's my only memory of that entire.
So it's a bad memory.
Yeah. So I know you. Oh, I'm not gonna say where exactly, but tell me like the address. I was gonna say the address of the podcast. No, but tell me a little bit about it. I know.
I mean.
Oh, you gotta speak in the mic, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hold on.
Can you move it? It's not gonna pick up on that now. You got it.
I bet.
I like to understand the appeal of different like.
To be honest, there is no appeal. There is no appeal, bro. Like,
that's not the answer I expected, man.
I only like it because I'm familiar with it.
Word. Is it like that you know people there, or you know things there, like places?
Places have like memories and like special meaning to me.
Yeah.
In the city that I live in, the people, I found out that, like, because I was in the Army. When I went away, how special it was, like, to me.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And the people that was in my life, it wasn't the same like when I was away. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not one of those people who can like not have family and friends around him. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I'm also one of them.
Word?
Yeah, because you niggas just told me like, oh, let's go to Vegas. I was like, damn, I supposed to just leave my whole family. Just
that's how the conversation went.
Just like in Vegas. I'm like,
I hit up Lo. I was like, yo, I want to move. I know you're looking for a spot. Let's move together. And he was like, oh no, I'm in the process. He was about to lock down the house basically, and I was trying to convince him not to do it. And I was literally down to do anything. I was like, Vegas? No. Austin? No. Houston? No. LA? No. And I was like, I'll do like fucking Utah. I'll do Utah, man. No. And then the only place he was willing to say yes was Atlanta. But yeah, I was literally willing to go anywhere. Because at the end of the day, like, I could always go back to Toronto, and I'm always going to have family and friends in Toronto, but I also kind of want to try different things. And I have no idea. I had no idea whether or not I was going to like Atlanta. In the first few months, I didn't like it at all. But then I got used to it, and now I like it.
What happened? What changed?
I'm not gonna lie, just simple stuff bothered me. Like there's no streetlights. Why?
No. I'm talking like why you like it now?
I'm explaining to you.
Okay.
All the small stuff that I disliked about it, I realized the reason it's like that is because you guys don't pay an enormous amount of taxes, and that's the reason why I love it. You know what I mean? Like if I drive down the road, there's no streetlights, man. It's just so like for somebody who comes from Toronto, they have streetlights everywhere. It's always lit. And here, nothing, man. So it's like, you go to the drive-thru, it's kind of difficult to understand what they're saying sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, they come with very thick Southern accents, and could you repeat that? And it took me a while to get used to that. And now I can kind of like, now I'm getting the hang of it. You know what I mean? And you can just meet people easy. If I carry one of these cameras around a mall, I'm meeting 2-3 people. I don't have to say nothing. They can be like, oh, what do you do? Boom, conversation.
That's fast.
I didn't feel like that in Toronto. Plus, in Toronto, I was like deep in the suburbs, so. Here I'm a little bit closer. Downtown is not as much of a drive for me. I don't know. I just kind of I like it. I think you two aren't open to like just trying something ridiculous away from anybody you knew.
But you hit me up. He literally was like, when I say I was literally close to like locking out a house, like literally had the paperwork.
Yeah, you did.
And was like about to sign it the very next day type of stuff. Already did the walkthrough. Already checked my credit, approved it. Already damn near gave them the deposit. And he was like, bro, let's do this. And this nigga was out of nowhere saying like, let's go to Las Vegas. Bro. I'm like, no, what that? Like that's what you was on. But then it's also like, yeah, like you said, and maybe I think that's just a you thing, Agent. But like, yeah, I don't want to like just up and leave my family like in like my 20s and just out of nowhere without, especially not giving nobody a heads up. That's crazy as hell.
All right, so like, do you think like your overall experience moving from Toronto to Atlanta would have been different if you would have been solo? Like nobody else moving with you?
Yeah.
Just you. In the house you in right now?
100%. Because I moved with Waleed. Waleed spent pretty much all the time with me in Toronto. I lived by myself, but he was basically there the entire time. So I kind of lived with Waleed in Toronto too. But then when I came here, I already knew a bunch of people. I'd say next to LA, like Atlanta is the biggest next spot for content creators. Yeah, is that true? I think so.
LA and then Atlanta.
Yeah, that's okay. Perfect.
Yeah, LA.
Oh, not New York?
Nah, New York is
maybe New York, but I think Atlanta has more.
You said content creator, you mean specifically YouTube or we?
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah. New York.
You talking about like TikTok or what?
I'm talking about like movie. I think we said content. I don't know. You talking about as big a scale as movies or something like that.
Oh,
but yeah,
nah,
probably
Atlanta would still be when it comes to
Atlanta,
movies. And then like I know Davis. I knew a few other content creators.
Who else?
The Shoot Everyone Lives Here. The other Shoot. That changes his name every other moment lives here. So there was like a handful of people I could at least reach out to create content the same way I could in Toronto.
True.
I don't know if I'll move by myself. I'm not gonna lie, I hate meeting new people. Like I have to force myself to do it. I would be miserable if I moved to a place by myself with nobody.
Yeah.
And I had to talk the whole time with new people.
Yeah, it was terrible, bro. Trust me. And it made me hate like.
When did you do that?
Like 2014.
Where did you move?
2014, I moved from South Carolina to Germany by myself.
Word. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, and it was like
that sounds nuts,
bro. Yeah, it was, bro. And it was like I didn't like since I was by myself, and I hate meeting new people, and I'm not the social type of person that'll introduce myself first. It was like I felt like there was no need for me to like go out,
Word.
like experience what Germany had to offer.
Yeah.
Or that's any place though. I could have moved to Atlanta and it still would have been the same.
So how many good friends would you say you had while you were in Germany?
One.
One?
And that was my roommate. After like 4 months.
Yeah.
Like after 4 months, he said something to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I responded and it just kind of like, next day he said something else.
Uh-huh.
And it was like.
That sounds lonely as fuck.
It was, bro. And that was like, I come from like being around like 10, 11 friends a day or all day. And so I'm watching them like do the same, like the stuff we used to do together in Germany by myself. And it was like lonely as fuck.
Word.
Yeah.
Lo, have you ever had roommates?
No, I've never had roommates before. But that also, another thing I was concerned about is, you know, I be putting in a lot of work to get like some promised pussy. Imagine just leaving. Imagine just leaving and like all that work you put in, you gotta redo again. I'm not about to do that. No.
But that's not a problem for you.
Hold on though.
Right?
Hold on.
I don't know, because I don't feel like going nowhere else and getting some pussy.
I'm not the type of person who have sex with a lot of people, different people. I like fucking like one person a lot of times.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like, excuse me, but like when you have it set up, you know what I'm saying? Like when you have like your roster set up.
Facts.
You got a roster, yo.
Nah, like when you have your roster set
You
up.
have one person a lot of times, but it's a whole roster.
But I'm saying though, like.
But he talking about just like a 3-man lineup. He
thinking like
a whole 13 man.
No. When you have your roster set up, and like the rotation or whatever,
exactly,
it's like
it's like Tom Thibodeau, just a few get a lot of minutes. You know what I mean?
Bruh, this is a great setup, and I don't want to get traded.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, imagine being a coach. You got your lineup situated,
and you got the Super Bowl in here.
Yeah.
Everything is good.
To the Browns.
Come on.
You on the Patriots right now. You got Tom Brady, you rocking.
You had all your go-tos in order. You had your backups.
You get traded to the Browns.
And then you don't even know. Imagine where you go turn out being the Browns.
Yeah.
Or the Charlotte Hornets. Like, you're done.
Yo, I had LeBron.
Careers go to die, man.
That's what I'm saying. So I didn't want to do all that. But I don't know, like I don't mind being like by myself. So the whole like roommate thing, I don't think I really would have cared. I stay downstairs all the time anyways. I don't really talk to y'all niggas regardless.
Yeah, when I mean like I might not hear from you for days.
That's a fact. So I don't think it really would matter to me. And if I would have lived on the south side of town, I ain't had to travel as much as I do now to go, you know what I'm saying? So if it was there, it was there. But I do feel like I needed to separate myself from a lot of that shit, because a lot of that shit was toxic. So I need to separate myself. But like going all the way to like, man, that's too far, bro. I get homesick in the first like month and a half. I wouldn't even talk to y'all niggas. I'd be so upset.
So you can live in a that's
not where I'm not saying for my whole life,
but that's kind of the lane that you're building for yourself. You know what I mean? Like for me, I knew for a fact that I hated Toronto winter. So as much as I love the city, I wanted an option to move somewhere that's warmer when it's cold in Toronto. So I need to get my visa. So that's what I did. So I'm working to get permanent residence here so that I can kind of just move back and forth whenever I want. Like kind of like Drake did. Drake just got a new